Modernfold. See the future move. Our operable partitions transform interior space to meet current and future demands. Modernfold movable walls will increase your revenue potential by allowing your room size to be tailored to an individual event, whether it be for a business meeting, a wedding, or a concert. This flexibility means that a large meeting room can be transformed into several small rooms with minimal setup time, thus maximizing space. Modernfold partitions can be designed and used in a variety of ways to facilitate a quick and easy setup.
It's easy and flexible and practical. That's all we're looking for. I mean, this business is all about being practical, do everything in the last minute, everything for the client. If they ask you for 10 minutes, you do it in 3 minutes.
Eduardo Rosa has been a banquet porter at various Las Vegas resorts for the last 10 years and has had to operate different types of movable walls. He finds the Modernfold system the easiest to use.
These are specific movable walls. Actually, they're really practical, really flexible, and they loose. Like you could tell, like I worked with someone before that really got stuck on the ceiling, and like an hour before we open doors into an event. So we haven't had the problem here at DM.
Modernfold partitions provide sound control through a wide range of acoustic ratings without fixed wall constraints. Fixed top seals combined with operable bottom seals on intermediate and pass door panels and expandable closure seals ensure the operable partition performs as specified. Customer satisfaction is key, and proper operation and setting of the seals prevents sound interference from adjacent meeting rooms. And ultimately, this ensures a successful event.
This is the part where it comes into details. You want to have everything sealed, everything down for the client so the air or the lights does not affect them in their presentation or meetings. They're called expandables here. And basically, you just seal all the room from lights and air or any noise that can affect the clients into a meeting.
The key distinction of the Modernfold partitions is that they use a smart track system, which never allows them to be returned or set up in the wrong order.
When I work in other properties, they have to number every single panel so that they don't get mixed up. So here in this property, we don't have the problem because everything goes back to the same panel. So in other properties, like somebody that do it at the beginning, somebody comes in the other shift and does it, it will mix it up completely.
Lizette Famara was just trained on the use of the Modernfold partitions, and she learned the use of the tools and the ease and flexibilities of the partitions quickly.
These are the tools needed to set the seals on the Modernfold walls. This is the lever, and it's used to set the seal on the intermediate panels. And this is the crank handle used for pass doors and expandables.
Modernfold intermediate panels come equipped with a crank-operated drop seal or a lever-operated drop seal. Lizette will now demonstrate the correct way to set the lever-operated drop seal on the intermediate panel. Lizette will now insert the lever on the operating mechanism, recessed on the edge of the panel. Once the lever is inserted, lift up and to the left and allow the drop seal to lower to the floor, and your seal is set. To return the seal to the up position, simply lift up and to the right, and your seal is retracted. In order to set the seals on any pass door, the intermediate panels on both sides of the pass doors must be in place with bottom seals set. Once it's confirmed that both sides are in place, then you can set the seals on the pass door. To do this, you must first open the door, then take the crank and place it in the adjacent door jamb hex bolt. Rotate it counterclockwise until the seal hits the floor. Repeat this process on the opposite jamb. Finally, you set the seal for the door. To do this, take the crank and place it on the hex bolt on the door and turn it clockwise until the seal hits the floor slightly, not firmly. That's because you want to be able to open the door. It is important to set the seals on all of the doors so that the noise does not leak from one room to the other. The leading cause of sound leakage between divided spaces is the improper setting of bottom seals, and the most missed location is on pass doors. Besides the single pass doors, Modernfold has other panels with similar seals that you should be aware of.
Your Modernfold partition is made up of a few different kinds of panel types. The one I'm standing in front of is a double-ended expandable. It's called that because there's an expansion on both sides of the panel. It closes the panel off to the adjacent wall as well as the adjacent panel. You activate the expandable closure by the crank seals on the face of the panel, here and here. One operates in each direction. The drop seal on the expandable panel is also a face-operated crank, and that's located right here. And the panel that I'm standing in front of now is referred to as an intermediate panel. This panel is the most common panel that you're going to find in your run of partitions, and it has a very simple operation for the drop seal, and there's no other mechanical operation on this panel. Again, it's the most common panel that you'll see in your run of partition. The panel that I'm standing in front of now is referred to as a single-ended expandable panel. This panel operates by expanding one end of the panel to either the adjacent wall or an adjacent panel. It provides compression along the face of the wall, as well as eliminating any light and sound gaps you'd have at the end of the panel. The expandable is operated by the face-operated crank seal, and the drop seal for this panel is also operated by a face-operated crank seal. In addition to single-pass doors, we often install double-pass doors. It allows you a much greater ingress and egress to your space. These doors open to a full 180 degrees. And by doing so, you gain access to a full 72 inches ingress and egress into the space.
There are also proper and improper ways of setting up and putting away the panels that should be demonstrated. When removing a panel from a stack of panels in the pocket, always place a hand on both sides of the panel at shoulder height and pull towards you to begin moving the panel out of the pocket. As the panel exits the pocket, take care to ensure that the panel is clear of obstructions, including adjacent walls and the pocket door. Never slide multiple panels at once like this banquet worker. The operator can only control the panel that he or she has his hands on. Never slide a panel and let it go to pass along to another employee, as shown here. Never open a pass door panel without the adjacent intermediate panels in place, as shown here. Always operate in a safe manner. No horseplay while setting up and taking down a Modernfold partition. Despite their easy movement, these panels weigh in excess of 1,000 pounds and can cause damage if you're not paying attention. Always ensure that drop seals are raised prior to moving a panel. Failure to raise the drop seals can cause damage to the seals. Push the panels one at a time from the rear of the panel, watching both sides and in front of the panel while it is in motion. Move the panels at a walking pace. Do not run. Do not push the panels and let go. Hold the panel steady while moving through the curves or intersections to keep the bottom from swinging out. With Modernfold's Smart Track, there is no need to look at the track in order to guide the panel into place, allowing you to focus on maintaining control of the panel at the bottom to ensure it does not make contact with adjacent walls or other objects as it moves through curves and intersections. Caution: be careful not to get your hands, clothing, or anything else caught between the panel and another panel or jam or fixed wall.
I'll say from a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give them a 15.
You can't get a better customer satisfaction rating than that. Modernfold. See the future move. If you have operational issues or damaged equipment, please report these items to your Modernfold distributor. As with any piece of machinery, maintenance is required. Please contact your Modernfold service distributor to review service and preventative maintenance options.